Every situation, every passing moment holds within it the potential for profound transformation. It is within this realization that the demise of fear emerges. Fear, a ubiquitous facet of the human experience, often conceals itself beneath layers of other emotions. It manifests in numerous guises: nervousness, tension, anxiety, while anger itself finds its roots in fear. Even stress, in its essence, is intertwined with fear. These myriad forms of fear are, in fact, quite ordinary occurrences. But why does fear persist? It endures because it is all we have come to know. Fear becomes our familiar companion, shadowing our every step. However, in gaining awareness of this truth, we unlock the key to liberation. Once we recognize fear for what it truly is, its power diminishes. Nothing can truly be destroyed, for fear loses its grip on us. To clarify this knowledge, we can encapsulate its essence in a simple but profound statement. Nothing real can be threatened, nothing unreal exists. Herein lies the peace of God. These words encapsulate everything, a revelation that holds the key to our emancipation. Nothing authentic can ever be assailed, while all that is illusory holds no true existence. In grasping this truth, we discover the peace that resides within the core of our being. The illusory nature of the material world unveils itself when we delve deeper. Recognizing this truth allows us to connect with the eternal, formless essence that transcends the confines of time and space. The concept of God, transcendent and formless, encompasses both the immanent and the transcendent aspects of existence. Some of us may have already glimpsed this truth, stepping outside the confines of the mind through conscious choice. In the practice of being present, there is no room for the burden of personal history. Although life situations may persist, the past, the future, relationships, career, health, finances, and the myriad details that constitute our existence, they do not define us completely. You are not merely a product of your life situation, you are life itself. While adept at navigating life's challenges, there is a danger of missing out on the essence of life. By exclusively focusing on the external, we inadvertently overlook life's intrinsic beauty. Life exists in the present moment, not in the perpetual cycle of doing. By stepping away from incessant thinking, we are enveloped by a vast stillness. We can choose not to unquestioningly embrace every thought that arises in our minds. Instead, we recognize thoughts as passing phenomena, positions, judgments, and stories that we tell ourselves. It is crucial to recognize that it is not reality itself that is distorted, but rather the stories we weave around it. In truth, reality tends to be much simpler and gentler than the narratives we create. As we look at the objects around us and recognize that nothing we are seeing means anything. Whatever it is, it means nothing. Now, what does this lesson truly signify? It does not carry inherent meaning itself. Instead, it aims to dismantle the constant conceptualization of reality that perpetually occupies our minds. This eradicates the incessant conceptualization of reality. By challenging the meaning we attach to objects and circumstances, we free ourselves from conditioned thinking. You see, whatever meaning you assign to things is a product of conceptualization within your mind. By consciously relinquishing the incessant and compulsive conceptualization of reality, we embark on a journey of freeing our minds from conditioned thinking. It invites us to embrace a state of spacious emptiness and heightened presence. It liberates us from the confines of conceptual thinking and allows us to reside in a space where nothing carries fixed meaning. This shift in perception propels us into a different dimension of existence. No longer confined to the limitations of conceptual thought, we dwell in a state of not knowing. It is not a state of ignorance but a connection with a deeper intelligence, an unconditioned wisdom that resides within. Through this practice, we inhabit a realm where life unfolds with newfound expansiveness. The limitations imposed by the mind dissolve, revealing a vast and welcoming landscape. We suddenly find ourselves fully immersed in the richness of life's experiences. The narrow constraints that once restricted our perspective give way to an expansive view of existence. In this awakened state, life is no longer perceived as a threatening realm. We release the incessant worry about what life will bring or where the next threat may arise. Instead, we discover a profound spaciousness within ourselves. Life opens up before us, inviting us to explore its wonders without fear or apprehension. The anxieties and narrowness imposed by the mind dissipate, leaving behind a serene and boundless sense of being. We realize that this expanded dimension of living is an integral part of who we truly are. It is a gentle reminder that life's true essence lies not in external circumstances or imagined threats, but in the depth of our own being. From this space of not knowing, true knowledge can arise if necessary. However, this knowledge emerges from the expansiveness of not being bound by preconceived notions. This journey into the unknown can be likened to leaping off a cliff and discovering whether we possess the ability to fly. To the ego, it appears perilous, a leap into uncertainty. The ego admonishes us, cautioning against such a journey, as it believes it has everything figured out. It holds on to a philosophy of life, albeit one that may be flawed and limiting. Each person harbors their own unique story through which they interpret reality. Often, these narratives resemble less than pleasant works of fiction. It clings to our personal stories, which serve as our interpretations of reality, offering a semblance of stability and familiarity. Yet, we cling to them as if they provide some illusory stability. The ego fears that by relinquishing these stories, it will be left bereft of all knowledge. And to some extent, this fear holds truth, but not the whole truth. In a deeper sense, releasing the distortions of reality crafted by the conditioned mind, which is part of the collective human consciousness, leads us to a different dimension. When we embark on a path of awakening, we begin to recognize that what we are truly letting go of is the distorted perception of reality fostered by the conditioned mind. This conditioned mind is not unique to us as individuals but is intricately woven into the fabric of the collective human consciousness, as it stands in its current stage of evolution. It is this collective mind, in which our individual minds are entwined, that has given rise to the human-made world we inhabit, a world riddled with a multitude of challenges and seemingly endless problems. Just as we think we have overcome one challenge, another swiftly appears, a never-ending cycle. The ebb and flow of societal concerns can be overwhelming, leaving us questioning the very nature of our existence. It often feels as though we are caught in a never-ending loop, attempting to address one challenge only to be confronted by another. In this recognition, we realize that the external world, shaped by the collective mind, is intrinsically entangled with an array of difficulties. However, it is crucial to remember that our true journey lies within the depths of our own consciousness. It is by turning our attention inward, by exploring our own conditioned patterns and limiting beliefs, that we can begin to unravel the intricacies of the human experience. However, in disengaging from the collective conditioning, we open ourselves to a new perspective. We transcend the limitations imposed by the conditioned mind, and the constrictions that once encased our lives dissolve. We come to understand that our perceptions are colored by societal influences, biases, and the filters of past experiences. Through this introspective process, we cultivate a deeper awareness of our own role in the collective narrative and recognize the potential for personal transformation to ripple outwards and influence the larger tapestry of humanity. A sense of expansiveness envelopes us, and the once foreboding world transforms into a welcoming realm. No longer plagued by concerns of what life may bring or where the next threat lurks, we find solace in the present moment. In a similar vein, an entire spiritual teaching is rooted in denying the reality of our personal narratives. How can we truly know if our stories hold absolute truth? Can we definitively say, this is undeniably true? Often, the answer is elusive. Embracing this uncertainty allows us to reach the same state of not knowing as the Dalai Lama. It is a realm where the ego's grip loosens, and we tap into a deeper wisdom. Embracing this state of not knowing does not equate to ignorance. On the contrary, it is an invitation to connect with a deeper, unconditioned intelligence that transcends our limited understanding. Within the spaciousness of not knowing, we access a wellspring of wisdom that flows effortlessly, providing us with the insight we require when we truly need it. In relinquishing the continuous conceptualization of reality and embracing the spaciousness within, we inhabit a new dimension of existence. Life unfolds before us, liberated from the constraints of the mind. The once narrow perspective dissipates, replaced by boundless horizons. In doing so, we open ourselves to a richer understanding of ourselves and the world around us. We come to realize that true wisdom arises from the boundless expanse of not knowing, and it is in this expansive space that profound insights and revelations unfold. A sense of peace and tranquility permeates our being as we discover the expansive nature of existence. The world, once seen as threatening, transforms into a realm teeming with possibilities. With each step, we unravel the layers of conditioning, allowing our innate wisdom to emerge. In the embrace of presence, we open ourselves to the profound beauty that lies within and around us. So, while it is true that the human-made world presents us with a seemingly endless array of problems, we must not lose sight of the profound significance of our inner journey. By delving into our own conditioning, we have the power to transform not only our individual experience but also to contribute to the evolution of the collective mind. In this way, we become agents of change, infusing the world with wisdom, compassion, and a renewed sense of possibility. I hope these words serve as a beacon on your transformative journey. Just remember, by releasing our attachment to rigid beliefs, we open ourselves to a reality that transcends our limited perceptions. If this message resonates with you, I invite you to like this video and subscribe to our channel to stay connected with our content. Share this video with others who might benefit from its message. And leave a comment below to share your thoughts and reflections, we love your kindness. Remember, you are not just passive observers in this world, but active participants in its unfolding history. Thanks for watching and joining me.